Well, I've known Gani Adams for decades now. From his small beginning in OPC, through the years, he has struggled and taken firm position for our people. I recall now how I went to see him in Abuja in Kuje prison when he was detained by President Obasanjo after he rose to lead the OPC to ward off attacks against Yorubas in Lagos. And he has been consistent over the years. He has been true to his belief and he has served us very well. And it was a befitting crowning on his efforts when our river monarch, Ikú Abayiye, decided to make him a Kakanfo 2 years ago. So it was a reward for service, for diligence, for dedication to a people, to a cause. And we thank God that in the last 3 years, he has discharged the functions of his office very, very well, amicably, and in a very respectable manner. He has been very forthcoming. He has not found wanting. And that's why we are proud of him. And we're here today to celebrate with him on his second year in office and praying with him that we spend many, many, many more years on the throne as the Advocate for Yorubaland.
A big round of applause for him. Founder, VMA Foundation, Coordinator, Odua Progressive Union. He's such a humble man. Yes, the event to be commencing. His Royal Majesty, Ọba Dr. Laika Alani Akisoya, the Olu of Pata Kingdom, Oride, Ogun State. Ẹ bá mi ṣe kábíyèsí o. Ẹ bá mi ṣe kábíyèsí látọwọ́ tó rinlẹ̀ torí Ọlọ́run. Ààrẹ is here. The event will be commencing any time from now. We don't have the whole day. Yoruba ló bá òye. Wọ́n ní ìgbàlá bí òróró. Ladies and gentlemen, this event will not be complete if I don't recognize the presence of the children of His Imperial Majesty, the Alaafin of Oyo Kingdom. Permit me to recognize the presence of Princess Arewa Shade Adeyemi Ebamiṣe Kábíyèsí. Torí Kábíyèsí náà fi wà bí ẹ sáwọn látẹ̀wọ́ torí rẹ̀ torí Ọlọ́run.
Some warriors like himself, who are his subordinates, and as the state is now. As you people call it, we're in jet age now. So it is something that we can simply call the chiefs. You know, he's a warrior, and he must have people working for him. He cannot be in Lagos here and at the same time be in Ibadan. At the same time be in Ekiti. It's not possible. So he must have people all over the Yoruba nation to represent him. So that is exactly what is happening. I've known Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo for years. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo title, he deserves it because I told you, I said, anybody who's going to be made an Ààrẹ must be a warrior. And he has been on this, let me see, you know, people knows him as the coordinator of OPC. And you know, anybody who wants to attain the seat of Ààrẹ must be a gallant fighter. So if you look at Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo, he's a gallant fighter. He's a man who has never relent. He's a man who doesn't fear anything. Tell me anything that is coming, he's there to face it. So he wanted to be the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo of Yorubaland.
Which I happen to come from. I'm very happy that we have Kábíyèsí Olúkàrẹ of Ìkàrẹ, which is the paramount ruler in Àkókò in our midst. Kábíyèsí Olúkàrẹ, Kábíyèsí Ṣàṣà, Olúkàrẹ. Ara ẹni stepping stone fún wa ní ìjòyè àtòjì Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò yìí. Òkè mi náà ti gbòyè ní ọ̀dọ̀ orí tó wá di Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Òkè onílẹ̀rọ ọ̀fẹ́ràn kingdom. For long-standing president of the press, today is not a day of political speech. Maybe in the middle of the events, have a chat with me and our guest here. I've written a letter to the Attorney General about Menta, and we are waiting for his response because he has to respond to that letter. He's not responding to that letter on behalf or directly to Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo. You have to respond to it to the entire people of Southwest. Security issue is a very sensitive issue in every society. For anybody to bring a constitutional issue to the security aspect, I think that person to have a rethink, because we don't pray that we shall have Buhari in Southwest. If our temple will not hold within this month and next month, I suspected that within 6 months, we will have another Buhari in Southwest. We have it in intelligence report and intelligence gathering that some militants from different countries, even within Nigeria, have infiltrated Southwest. And what happened almost 1 week ago at Adekunle is a very strong signal to the entire Yoruba. And Okada Rider was arrested because he does not have a rider permit. And about 15 was apprehended by the local government official. And when this military realized that all of their people complained to them that their machine had been impounded to local government secretariat, and they mobilized like 3,000. They overwhelmed the security of that council. They raised down the entire council and the primary school behind it. The chairman of that local government had to move, run away. He was whisked out
part of the secretariat. So that's enough is a dangerous signal that we have been seriously infiltrated by mercenaries. And the only thing that can stop that kind of incident or the occurrence of that incident is having our internal security efforts. I'm not saying the police are not competent. I'm not saying the DSM are not competent. We are competent. We have one of the best police in the world. And we have one of the best internal security in the world. But we are talking of very close issue, internal issue. Those who are living with us, who know the career criminal within our environment. As a security athlete, that will complement the effort of the Nigerian police and other federal security agencies. And as a references for it, we have the GA, the women, we have the own, we have ISBA in Kano, Katsina, and Nazareth. We have civilian JTF in Borno, and we have the outfit, the security outfit that was inaugurated by the Zamfara State Governor 4 months ago. Why are you telling us that we are not entitled to it? I'm very sure that the federal government will have been overwhelmed by daily confidence messages sending to the southwest, where a bad incident of some of our people have been murdered. The issue of Abafasonos, the daughter of Abafasonos, is still fresh in our memory. And we have a lot of people that lost their life that they are not personality in this country. So all we are saying, we are not talking about state police now. We are talking of temporary measures to solve our problem, to allow us to, we can see in this all now, because there is an effective security. But when we are talking those who do not have the economic capacity like me, who want to organize events like this in the rural area, what will happen to them when there is a dignity in that party? So definitely, the army have to have the minority. I know it's not one talking, we send it to send the signal. But we are informing that the signal will not let us wear. We should answer the signal, we should do the needful. The constitution given to Nigeria was not made by even civilians. The constitution was being written and imposed to us in 1999 by military men of occupation. So I've never seen a country that will not have a crisis if they don't have their own people's constitution. They are talking between 1999 and 2019, last year was 20 years that we running democracy without having our own constitution. The constitution we are still using now is completely military backed and imposed constitution. So gentlemen of the country, today is the 7-year anniversary. People have it in mind that why is Gani organizing a glamorous anniversary? These are my standards. I've been playing on this standard before becoming area of the Kakanfo. Anybody who normally witness my birthday, the standard will not know beyond this. We have a standard, and I can also because I become an area of Kakanfo, and we know the standard on the basis of anniversary. I believe in that I am reminding the people to celebrate years. One year, tó bá ṣe ọdún, tó bá dùn lọ́tí ìpọ̀ ẹ̀bá pé ọdún, àwọn Yorùbá máa sọ pé ètò òṣèlú tó kó alẹ́ nítorí ìdájẹ́ bá kó àárín ẹlẹ́ẹ̀rí o, àṣèyíṣẹ́ ní o, láti tó bá wọ̀ bí Yorùbá náà. I'm a complete traditional person, even before becoming an Kakanfo of Yorùbá. So what we are doing here is that at the end of the day, they will pray for me that that was exactly what we are doing here. Thank you very much.
You don't even have to talk about Ibare because he already proved himself to be a warrior. And he have a lot of followers. You know, when you have followers, you must be a good person. So you don't even have to modify or praise him. His work already praises him. What he has done already praises him. He's a good man, very honest man, And I'm happy to be his Erindu.
Iba Gani Abiodun Adams is a father, and he's a very good man. He's a very, very good man. And he's someone who loves truth, and he's a leader. I cannot tell you that our culture is losing value, because Iba Gani Adams himself founded an organization in diaspora called OPU, Odua Progressive Union, which I am the coordinator in Europe. So I'm controlling 28 countries. So promotion of our culture and heritage is our ultimate goal. So we are promoting culture around the world. OPU is in 89 states, right? 89 countries right now. So for us to think that our culture is losing its value in diaspora is an understatement.
Yoruba nation is under another siege. As people now tell us that in spite of all the difficulties Yoruba people are facing now in terms of security, that Nigeria cannot or has refused to do anything about. We cannot secure our lands. When our temple started, myself and Arem Kakanfo, we were discussing. This is how we want. We want state police. This is not enough. Arrest and let's manage this. State police is coming. But now that Nigeria says Yoruba nation cannot have a temple, we have accepted a temple 1,000%. The fight for state police continues. But our temples are open now, and nothing anybody can do about it. And we are telling you, Madam General, we will follow up our temple on the following conditions. That to ask ISPA to follow up, and they are followed up. Last week, ISPA, when we were arresting officials, guns, they don't use everything. That we ask security ATF to follow off. The group that another government set up that's going around schools with arms, why don't you follow up? But if you don't ask all those ones to follow up, you don't deserve herdsmen who are carrying AK-47 disturbing our peace. Amotekun will be here to defend us and we will not break. Just want to say that we feel ashamed to say that in the year 2020 we are calling on hunters to be our standing defense. In 1962, go to a war, go to a prayer, go to Ghana. You will see federal police, you will see native authority police. We are insisting on state police. And to make Tiara, they said this morning, Amotekun was set up to chase Fulani from southwest. If Fulani are the criminals troubling us, it's set up to chase them off. But if they are not the ones troubling us, Amotekun is to protect Yoruba, Fulani, Igbo, Ido, anybody in the southwest, Amotekun will protect them. The criminals, you have no place here. And finally, I want to say, those who are testing the will of the Yoruba at this moment, they should remember when the last time they did it in the time was 1993, and we were at it for 6 years. So let them not try it again. Once again, I congratulate Kakanfo. Mom, may you reign, you must stumble. We also discharge the functions of the office to our admiration, respect for many years on your throne. Thank you, everybody.
We believe that courageous men are very few nowadays. And money, I'm sorry to say, has spoiled Nigeria. Nigerians take money and turn the other way or look the other way. Gani Adams, Gani Adams, Iba Gani Adams is not like that. He is a man of strong will and substance. And because of this, we, the professors in the universities, quietly advise him and make suggestions to him. He's not alone. He can never be alone, because those who have something to offer, they never walk alone. As the old song of Liverpool Club said, you never walk alone. Kakanfo has been working with people, and there are thousands of us who are not members of Odua People's Congress who are quietly working with him. And those who are saying that the Yorubas are divided, we need to strengthen ourselves and be strong and not to be divided. There are issues, but those issues are very few. 2023. Well, the security of Yorubaland is foremost than individual ambitions and the presidency of Nigeria. We are for consolidation, and between now and 2023, God's willing, we will consolidate, and Harare will be one of the leaders to lead us to victory in the name of Almighty God. So I congratulate you. Yes, I congratulate you for your role in Yoruba politics and the issue of security and Amotekun. We also congratulate you, and we advise also to continue to mobilize and not to falter. The Federal Republic of Nigeria belongs to all of us, and the Southwest is a strong part of that federation. So we thank you for your role, and many more years to come. And as Ààrẹ, we the Yoruba people are solidly behind you. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo is basically the Generalissimo of the Yorubaland, and it was installed by our father, His Imperial Majesty, the Ikú Baba Yèyé, the Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, Ọba Lámídì Ọláìwọlá Adéyẹmí III. And the reason why it was installed was to protect the integrity of Yorubaland, to protect the territory of Yorubaland. And so far so good. He has been doing a fantastic job. It is something he has been doing even before he became the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo of Yorubaland. If you know him very well, he has always been an activist. He has always been at the forefront of fighting for the cause of Yoruba nation. And by the time they now gave him the title of Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo, it took it to another level, and he has been doing it very well. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo is someone that is passionate about the Yoruba nation, and he is forever ready, even if it means he has to lay down his life for the Yoruba nation. He is forever ready to do that. And you can never see a more committed person to the agenda of the Yoruba nation than the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo, Gani Adams.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the 15th Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo of Yorubaland, who we have been in the trenches before at the level of the campaign for democracy. He was coordinating motion for us, then as Comrade Gani Adams, tested and trusted with all the leaders in the civil society movement. I salute the representative of the Ondo State Governor. Today, we have all gathered to rejoice with the 15th Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo on his second anniversary of his installation as the 15th Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo of Yorubaland. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo of Yorubaland has brought color and character to bear to the admiration of all. He has discharged his duties to the delight of all with fineness and dedication. Tested and trusted leader. One can attest to the facts that the Generalissimo of Yorubaland has ensured that peace reigns in Yorubaland. He has brought Yorubaland to the pedestal of respectability, not only in Nigeria, but all over the world. The Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo has been able to defend the Yoruba race, and one can attest to the facts with the recent Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn that was launched, which is even long overdue, and in ensuring that Yorubaland is secured. We have talked a lot about community policing. For a life to be lost is a loss. So there must always be preventive measures. And I think that Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn does not stand for competition, but to complement the security architecture of this country. And in doing that, networking is paramount. So we applaud the giant initiative of all those behind Amotekun, in particular the Generalissimo of Yorubaland. I want to appeal that we all remain supportive of our own Are, who is dedicated, is a person of integrity, tested and trusted, and Are, knowing that poverty has almost become the headquarters of Nigeria, is also helping to empower citizens of Yoruba. I want to appeal that the media, the institution, also become more supportive of Are. I'm an incurable optimist, and I'm so optimistic that with the way Are has stepped up to mark 2 years, is very, very unique, is growing, and is worthy of emulation. I can go to the battle with my eyes closed. So all of us must remain supportive of the laudable role of Are. Finally, I want to pray that Are will continue to remain at the forefront as Generalissimo, the forefront of the person that will bring succor to this race. The Are that will continue to project the Yoruba race. And God will continue to bless Are with long life, with wisdom, and sound health. And Ayebatu, who has been supportive, God will continue to give her the wisdom that will help Are to succeed. I want to thank each and every one, and I want to say that I believe in Nigeria, I believe in Yoruba race, I believe in all the regions of this country, and together all of us will have a country that works and a race that works. Thank you for this rare opportunity.
Are Kakanfo of Yorubaland, Gani Adams. I've known him for years when we are the pro-democracy struggle. I've known him to be consistent, unassuming, prudent, focused, dedicated, and he will never betray the cause. I can go to the battle with my eyes closed if it has to do with Eba. Today we are marking the 2nd anniversary of the Generalissimo of Yorubaland, and I've seen that his track record is being brought to bear in marking the 2nd anniversary. Gani Adams has made his impact known in spreading peace in Yorubaland. He has also helped in ensuring that he creates an enabling environment by ensuring that his subjects remain peaceful. He always empowers people that he thinks are impoverished, so he can be described as a humanist par excellence. He has been able to use his position to bring the Yoruba race to limelight, to that focus. Today, as we mark its 2nd anniversary of his installation, the Yoruba race has been put at the pedestal of respectability. We find out that through Olokun, the presence is all over the world. Eba always go up. He always speaks. He delivers lecture. He goes in making his impact felt. So in trying to bring the Yoruba race to the limelight, he has really done a lot in that regards. And I know that all of us must remain supportive to the Are Kakanfo Yorubaland in trying to bring the Yoruba race to that limelight, in spreading education, in making sure that their lingua franca Yoruba is spoken by everyone. So today we celebrate the Are and wish him many more as the Generalissimo of Yorubaland.
One, today we are rejoicing with Are Gani Adams on a second year anniversary of installation as Are on Kakanfo. Well, Gani Adams to me is a man of substance, is a man of his words. Is a complete gentleman who is more dedicated to his duties, to this job, because Gani Adams is a man that anybody in this country would like to appreciate his efforts. He has been to many places. He has suffered for the country. He has been with, okay, if you can see this pamphlet, you see most of his visits to motherless babies, to children with everywhere. He has contributed a lot. He deserves to be honored.
lórí ìtẹ́lẹ̀ mi afẹ́ké àkàrà ìkó báyìí ààrẹ àti ayawa wọ́n ti gbé owó ní àkàrà náà dáhùn ìṣe ni pé a ó pè gbólógbò tí ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́rin tí a bá ti pé gbólógbò tó pè yín ẹ̀ gbogbo àpàrọ̀ kan tí a pè náà wọ́n lè bá bí àkàrà náà. Rí ààrẹ o. Ẹ ṣe púpọ̀. Ẹjọ́ pé àwọn ní àwòrán ṣe ti àwòrán yìí. Àdúgbò lọ́wọ́ yìí o. Ààrẹ abẹ́rù fẹ́ o. Wọ́n á lókun náà fẹ́ o. Wọ́n á darí wa fẹ́ o. Ogun oníjà Yorùbá lásìkò tí wọ́n o. Wọ́n ní kó wa lẹ́rú o. Àní nírú àwọn èèyàn mi o. Ẹ ṣe púpọ̀. Agbẹnusọ Afẹ́nifẹ́re ẹlẹ́sọ Yorùbá.
This is a chieftaincy title that many prominent Yoruba always fear to hand. But we give thanks to God. By the grace of God, I will spend many years in this role. When I venture into it, people thought I'm risking my life. But you know, anything that God gives to me, I always cherish it. And with my package onto it, we know there's a spirit of jealousy now. We know a lot of people were being jealous that the power they give him is too much. Power of Are on Kakanfo is a very big power. We know our rival Oba, that senior Are on Kakanfo. But Are on Kakanfo is well respected because he defends the interests of the Yoruba people. When you go to many communities, you will realize that most of the status in that community were the people that defend them, that sacrifice for them in time of need. So when you are fighting a just cause and you hand a title of Are on Kakanfo, you expect jealousy, you expect rancor. Are on Kakanfo always stand between the peace and controversy. He always stand between peace and controversy. You know, any army general always stand between peace and controversy. And this is a Generalissimo of the entire Yorubaland. Even some people classify it as field marshal in the olden days.
So when you are saying that you want him to bow anyhow, a field marshal will have his own ego. And traditionally, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo is well respected. So I give glory to God that we are celebrating 2 years anniversary. And we thank our royal fathers, the Imperial Majesty, Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́, for God using him to approve that title. The celebration of 2 years anniversary, I believe on marking years. I was one of the people that started marking his birthday at the age of 30th. And from 30th, I'll clock 50 in April 30. April 30 this year, I'll clock 50. Now it's 2 of the Yorubaland. I have the duty and responsibility to be marking it every year. But when I'm planning that, I want to do things in low key. The demand of the people always beats me out of it. Sometimes I'll plan that this year I'll celebrate my birthday in low key. People will now say, no, we are coming. By the time you see the figure of the people that is coming, we have to upgrade what we planned initially. The same thing on this anniversary. I was thinking of low key, but people say no way we'll be there. Either you invite us or you don't invite us, we'll grace the occasion. So definitely we have to thank Nigerians. We have to thank everybody that come here and dine and wine with me. There's not a day of speech. It's a day of dining and whining, networking. Even seeing ourselves, some of our friends that I may not see them for the next 6 months. An event like this always give an opportunity to meet them and discuss with them. To even gist with them, it's only an event like this. So we give glory to God and we thank the entire Yoruba land for the support. And we thank the entire Nigeria.
All right, sir. You recently installed other chiefs. What will inform that, sir?
Well, Generalissimo is entitled to 71 chiefs as garrison commander. In the history of Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo, is entitled to 71 chiefs that is garrison commanders. And the history I'm talking about, when Yoruba has a population of just 5 million people, 3 or 4 million people, that was the time he is entitled to 71 chiefs that garrison commander. And he's entitled to 16 traditional chiefs, who will be the last point to discuss the war strategy. So definitely, we have the population of about 60 million people in Yorubaland. So last year, I installed 21. And I realized that from installing 21, there was an improvement in our operation. We realized that every quarters we hold a meeting in council, and we issue a communique on the state of the nation. We advise the government, we advise the public. We took our stand as the member of in council every 3 months. So there was a lot of expectation. A lot of people want to belong to that council because they see the intellectual input. Many of the chiefs, they are erudites, they are scholars. The demand we have this year, the people who demand for the chief this year, they are 500. But we established a committee and zero it to 17. Even the last one is 16. The last one was addendum. We had the last one, which is 17. The last 17 in number, we had them in 9 minutes. So we reduced those who want to be a chief of 500 to 16 because we want quality people. We want people that's knowledgeable. We want people that can represent us very well, that can represent Yoruba people, that can think, that can give an idea, that can give strategy, how we will not be defeated on the basis of intellectual battle. It's not about gun, bow, and arrow now. We have a sovereignty, we have the army, we have the air force. But now what we need is brain. Those brains that will be useful to the Yoruba people. Those brains that will defend the interests of the Obas in Yorubaland. Those brains that will defend the interests of Aláàfin, the Imperial Majesty. Thank you.
Ká lọ s'Amẹ́ríkà ká dé London, ká wàṣọ tó gbajúmọ̀, ká hùwà rẹ̀lẹ̀, ká tún lẹ́dúkẹ́sọ̀n. Ká lówó lọ́wọ́. tọ́jú ẹbí tọ́jú ara tiwa. Yorùbá lóníṣòwò tó kojú owó mo dúpẹ́ gbọ́mọ Yorùbá nìyí. Yorùbá ò ní bàjẹ́ láéláé báyìí là ń ṣe é wọ̀. Àwa lọmọ Odùduwà o kò ṣe ọba. Ilé Ifẹ̀ o, Ilé Ifẹ̀ o, Ilé Ifẹ̀ o, Ilé Ifẹ̀ orísun Yorùbá. Ilé Ifẹ̀, Ilé Ifẹ̀ o, Ilé Ifẹ̀, Ilé Ifẹ̀ orísun Yorùbá. Ilé Ifẹ̀, Ilé Ifẹ̀ o, Ilé Ifẹ̀ o, Ilé Ifẹ̀ orísun Yorùbá pátápátá. Ilé Ifẹ̀, Ilé Ifẹ̀ o, Ilé Ifẹ̀, Ilé Ifẹ̀ orísun Yorùbá. Èmi mọ̀ Ilé Ifẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilé. Ìwọ mọ̀ Ilé Ifẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orísun. Gbogbo wa mọ̀ Ilé Ifẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀. Èrò yàkàrẹ́ Ilé Ifẹ̀ níbi tí wọ́n ti wà. Èmi mọ̀ Ilé Ifẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ilé. Ìwọ mọ̀ Ilé Ifẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orísun. Gbogbo wa mọ̀ Ilé Ifẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣẹ̀dálẹ̀. Èrò yàkàrẹ́ Ilé Ifẹ̀ níbi tí wọ́n ti wà. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Ọmọ tó fún wa máma wò. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Orúkọ Yorùbá má bàjẹ́ o. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Orísun wa náà kó là kó dù. Mọ̀rẹ́ mi à já sọ̀rọ̀. Ọba tí ń gbàdọ̀ ọbẹ̀ ọba onírìí ìṣàwá ni. Òkú wùsì òkú kọ́rọ́ bíi tí òkú kọ́rọ́ bíi tí. Mẹ́ta lòkù mẹ́ta nìrè kó lé wọn máa dájá. Òkú ọmọ náà wà á gẹ̀ẹ́gẹ́ o. Òkú gbẹ́nà ọ̀gbẹ́nà àwọn ìbí náà lé. Ọba ayẹyẹ tọ́ba wa ni. Mo súnmọ́ bá a níwọ̀n ẹsẹ̀ kan mo dènà níwọ̀n gbégbé. Àrò ọba fi lọ́ba àpá o. Ọ̀jà já o. Ọ̀jà já o. Ọ̀jà já o. Igbákejì tọ́ba wa ni. Àrò ní òkú wà ní tílé gbogbo. Ìwọ̀nfà tó rọ́bà lọ́nà tó ń ráyọ. Tó lórí òkú bá jọba ìwọ̀nfà ọmọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wọ́n bá òkèrè òṣùká náà ò lẹ́nu gbagba. Orí mi bá burú ẹ̀ láti má ṣe bá bọ̀dẹ̀. Ayé má ṣe bá mi lórúkọ jẹ́. Mọ́ lórí yẹn já sọ̀rọ̀. Mọ́ lórí yẹn já sọ̀rọ̀. Orúkọ Yorùbá kó má bàjẹ́ o. Ògúnwùsì kó là kó lù ú.
Agbakin Adenokoko of Yorubaland, Chief Olusegun Dare. Few times I've stayed with Are, somebody that wants the progress of Yorubaland and wants the unity of Yorubaland and the regardless and progress of Yorubaland at heart. And for this coronation, thank God that we are alive. All of us that we are installers here, because we are installers here, so we are installers here, we are alive and in good health. Thank God we're here to celebrate this occasion.
Àrètí gbogbo Yorùbá pátápátá ọkùnrin tá a fún dákúdákú. Ìwọ̀nba tó lọ bá a lọ́nà tó rá lọ́nà mo sọ lọ́jọ́ sí tó lóró kù báyà ìjọba ìwọ̀nba wọn. Adams Sùkálà oko rẹ̀ wàgbà orí ọba òkúkú kéré o. Ẹni ọba ayọ̀ lábẹ́tọ̀ ọgbọ̀ngbò máa dá létí láyé. Àbí ọdún mi ìdè o, ọjọ́ àbímọ tuntun ló ti dọ̀tá yé. Bọ́mọ bá kòró wọn lọ́mọ àyèkọ́ ẹ̀kọ́. Bọ́mọ múra láti wọn lọ́mọ dàgbé o. Ebi wá pọ̀ ọmọ rẹ̀ nìkan. Ìyá ìjọba ọmọ rẹ̀ nìyàn. Ọmọ rẹ̀ ní fóònù ní tọrọ rí. Ọmọ rẹ̀ ní fóònù ní sísì. Ìṣe lọ́mọ sùn lábẹ́ gàdà. Òforí òye sábẹ́ pákó. Òforí òye sábẹ́ pákó mọ́. Ààrẹ ó wá dọ̀tẹ̀ yìí wọ́n wá bínú. Ọba gbàyọ̀dé ẹgbẹ́jà kalẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀fẹ́ sórí òye lórí ẹrú. Kọ́ máa fẹ̀mí paramọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ o. Tó bá ti gbàgbé ọjọ́ kúnlẹ̀, kò sáyẹ kẹ́gbàgbé ọjọ́ kú. Ayé tó kọ́ńtóńtó. Ọkùn oríire dàlú mi o. Ìbátálá fún gbogbo tọ̀yọ́ o. Ikú ọmọ kú o, àwọn ọmọ àrùn. Ikú tí ikú o gbọ́dọ̀ pa. Àrùn táwọn ní ilé ṣe o. Láàbìbì Adéyẹmí ní ọ̀pọ̀ ìbá ilé wọn ṣe. Àjọ̀dá Gani ìdílé Adéyẹmí tó ojú rẹ̀ bá tó. Àtọ̀dá ayé ìdílé ìdè wọn ò tí ì dáyé ọba. Ayé ọba ti dòdò kí lè jẹ ẹ ò tí ì dáyé ọba. Mo láyé ọba ti dòdò. Àtọ̀dá tó ń pa sọ́tún tó ń pa sósì tó ń pa sórí òkòkò kí lè jẹ ẹ ò tí ì dáyé ọba. Ayé ọba ti dòdò. Àtọ̀dá ẹni ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ tọ́ni kó ṣubú. Princess bí ó ṣe wá ṣubú yóò ṣojú ọlọ́run. Bí ó ṣe wá ṣubú yóò ṣojú ọlọ́run. Bí ó ṣe wá ṣubú yóò ṣojú ọlọ́run. Ẹni kọ́ lọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹni kọ́ ṣubú. Bí ó ṣe wá ṣubú yóò ṣojú ọlọ́run. ọmọdé tó jẹjọ láàbọ̀ ẹkún náà wọ ọjọ́ mi níwájú. ìṣẹ̀ṣọ́ mọ́tò ọ̀nàpọ̀ mi o kò yẹ káwọn skimẹ̀ wọ́n bẹ̀ ọ́rẹ́ kùkù kalẹ̀. mi ò jẹ́ sí bọ́dà mi ṣe ra àgbẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ẹ̀ka àti bàjẹ́ wálé. àtọ̀dá mi ò ó dé bó ṣe ń dé. ọba wa ti gbọ́ òpè ẹ̀fà tó adájọ́ ìgbé èdè láàfin. adéyẹmí ọba wa ní ọ̀dọ́ nígbà tó àwọn ìrẹsẹ̀ kọ́rọ́. Honorable Skimet gbogbo aráyé mọ́lé tẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ bá ń jó owó lè kó ní ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ló bá. Owó lè kó ní ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ló bá. Owó lè yí ní ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ló bá. Owó lè kó ní ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ló bá. Owó lè yí ní ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ ló bá. Imperial Majesty ìyọba ọba náà níbi ọ̀la tó olúwọlá àtọ̀dá adé adéyẹmí túbọ̀ báyẹyẹ aláàfin tí kò pọ̀ yọ ó ní kí n kárẹ́ ó ní abíbádé tu ẹ̀yìn àṣẹ púpọ̀ ọ̀nùláyé ìbá Gani mi Abíọ́dún ìgbà ọmọ Adams ààrẹ ọ̀nà Kakanfo tí gbogbo Yorùbá ní tilé tókó. Arìbìdì àkókò jìnnà kò dùn káwọn mọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ lọ. Ọkọ̀ àyíká tó ní sọ́lá sọ́wọ́ káàdé sí aláàfin lọ. Owó lè yí ní ọ̀rọ̀ àtọ̀dá làní nìyí tí wàá ló ń ṣe. Ọlá ìwọlá ló tí wá ló ṣe. Ẹni àti ìgbà yìí, ẹni àti ìgbọ́lá, ẹni àti ìgbà yìí, ẹni àti ìgbọ́lá. Ẹni bá ti rọ ọmọ ọba yóò pèsè fọmọ. Ẹni bá ti rọ ọmọ ọba yóò pèsè fọmọ. Ẹni bá ti rọ ọmọ ọba yóò pèsè fọmọ. Fọlọ́sọdé, ẹni bá ti rọ ọmọ ọba yóò pèsè fọmọ.
The Yoruba and culture value has lost the tradition for so many years. What Gani Adam is trying to do as a current Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfo is to unite Yoruba, including our kings, together so that we can encourage our culture and cherish our culture the way it should be. You know, our children today, they don't even know what Yoruba is all about. Either from even in Nigeria, not even talking about in the foreign countries. And then we want our children to know that we have a very valuable culture, a culture that we can be so proud of. But unfortunately, because of the modern life, people and the educational aspect of it, even in the country itself, they not encourage our children to know our culture. So what we are trying to do now is that to bring the culture back and unite our leaders, like kings, our kings, unite them together so that we can have one word, one voice. You know, because when we have a voice together, there's a lot of things we can do together.
Kakanfo. Ó ti kékeré ejò Àyìnkẹ́ o. Wá dàgbà lórí ìdílé wálé, mọ́mọ́ sàlá mọ́tò. Àyìnkẹ́ màmá sàlá mọ́tò. Owó tí ó pọ̀ tí ó pọ̀. Lágbájá ní kọ́ọ̀lù ní kàlẹ́dù ní kọ́ọ̀lù. Kọ̀lítà ìlà kọ́ tí ẹ ìyẹ́lú lálá tó kó lálá. Ẹjọ́ ọ̀sán agbánilọ́lá bàrí wọn dà ilé. Ọmọ yọ̀yọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọmọ òwú nínú yẹlẹ̀. Gúnmọ̀mú ká ẹ̀ ó yọ kékeré bí ẹni yàn pa ilé. Ó yọ ọjà bàrí bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀kára. Àlàkùnmọ̀ ọmọ sára àyíkẹ́dá rẹ̀ ọkọ̀ pípí. Ogún gbàwọ̀ òfìdá rẹ̀ ọba gbẹ́jẹ́ lọ látàrọ̀ ìdílé ayẹyẹ. Bàrí wọn dà ẹ̀rọ ìsọ̀kùnrin. Ó kọ ìrè ẹ̀jọ́. Ilé ọgbà wọ́n ní wọ́n bá ọ̀rọ̀ àgbàgbà tó fẹ́ lókè. Àwọn ènìyàn bó àgbàgbà tó fẹ́ lókè tó fẹ́ ṣe o. Yẹ kọ́ ara àgbà àyíká wọn sí ìbára ẹ̀kọ́ ní sí ọ̀rọ̀ ìkẹyìn sí. Bọ̀tún èyí ti gbogbo ọ̀sán àjọ. là ń forí dá. Ọ̀nà Kakanfò olórí. Mo dára là ń forí dá. Gbogbo ilé gbogbo dùdú. Ìlú ọ̀rọ̀ kan lọ́wọ́ mi lọ́wọ́. Bàṣírù ara parí gbọ́ngàn kò ní ẹ̀ o. Tó mọ̀lẹ́ tó bá ń fi lẹ́jọ́ ó dànù tó tó. Ìlú ọ̀rọ̀ kan. ìwọ ló máa gbé bá ọmọ àbá àkúṣe. ìdí àdúgbò ọmọ ọjà ọ̀dẹ́ tó ń lọ. ọkọ ayélujára ojú sọ̀nà lò ayẹyẹ. ààrẹ mọ́rò darẹ́ ló ẹ̀yìn máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ìjọ. ẹ̀wọ̀n ayé ọ̀rọ̀ba. Adams ẹ̀wọ̀n ayé ọ̀rọ̀ba. ààrẹ ọmọ Kakanfo oyè ayé ọ̀rọ̀ba. ayé ọ̀rọ̀ba. Aṣọ tuntun sí bàbá mi kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyá mi yóò rí. Gani àwọn lójú òsánwọ́dọ̀gẹ́ ẹ̀yìn lọ sánwọ́dọ̀gẹ́ òsánwọ́dìgbàjúmọ̀ ààrẹ wọn láwọn òfin ti ẹsẹ̀ wọ́n bí olówó wọn. ẹbí náà ká kọ́sẹ́ nìkan mẹ́rin tó kù wájé tálá òsì láyé. Ajagunpadé o ẹni tó fojú dán lọ́rọ̀ àjẹyà. ẹni fojú dán lọ́rọ̀ àmàtẹ́. ajẹ́kù ìyá yóò tó ní ìtòrò yóò jẹ́ fojú dán lọ́rọ̀ ní ìgbèrè. lọ́wọ́ yìí apàdùpọ̀ Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò gbogbo Yorùbá ní ti ilé tọkọ kábíyèsí ọba Fáṣọ̀rántì aládé ọ̀kìn ti gbogbo orí adé Ọlámilẹ́kan lóde tòwótòwó. Kábíyèsí mo tún bá bá níwọ̀n ẹsẹ̀ kan lójú níwọ̀n èdè arọ́bà sí ọ̀pá Ọlámilẹ́kan wọ́n ń lọ́wọ́ Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Ó mà dọ́gbọ́n ọba Fáṣọ̀rántì aládé ọ̀kìn orí adé lóde tọ̀wótọ̀wó lóde tọ̀látọ̀lá ọba tí bàtà balẹ̀ ọba fọwọ́ àgbà. Ebúdàlá o, ebúdòwò o. Kọ̀yà káwọn kó ábúrò ayébi mi kọ́ láwọlé. Parako yí olóye tuntun nẹ́nẹ́nẹ́nẹ́nẹ́. Ẹ̀yà bá mi ká o, ebúdàlá. Ọjọ́ tó bá fẹ́ dádé orí ẹ̀. Àgbóyè yí ó jọba. Prof. Rahim ló ń lọ. Èèyàn ti ní sàgbọ́rọ̀ sí kọrin. Parako yí Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Ẹ̀fọ́mọ lẹ́dùn kéèsàn tó lówó lọ. Èèyàn tó gbúdọ̀ láàrin bàbá òṣèlú. Fún wa gbóyè Ààrẹ ayé ọ̀lọ́ba. Adams ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ọ̀lọ́ba. Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Oyè ayé ọ̀lọ́ba.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmynetv and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.